other thing is baby carriers. So we brought a double stroller for older kids. I think any kid under 10 needs a stroller at Disney World.
10 sounds crazy, but it's not crazy.
Sounds crazy. But like we walked 12 miles a day on average. From sun up to sundown, 12 miles a day. Like, I don't know any kid that can walk a half mile every day, like a half marathon every day for 5 days straight.
Right.
It's just like not something that kids that age can do. So if your kid's under 10, I mean, I wanted to sit in the stroller.
But it's also like, it's easier to just have them jump in and out because you can go at your own pace. Like, we'll talk about like fast passes later, but like oftentimes you're back and forth from one end of the park to the other end, or and like having your kids walk it is not the way to do it. It's easier to just push them. You can go at whatever speed you want, and they're just along for the ride.
And also, like, the stroller's a nice place to like keep stuff. Like, instead of like carrying everything on your body, you can like carry it all on your stroller. So we had the double stroller, but then we also brought baby carriers because we didn't want to bring 2 strollers because we have 3 kids, and we didn't want to make our oldest walk because she's only 6. So
she would have done it. She would have stuck it out, but she would have been grumpy.
Yeah. So we brought 2 baby carriers. I brought one that like you can forward face, so that Jensen could like look out and enjoy the lights and colors and sounds and whatever. And we normally use that like in the morning or like right after he woke up for a nap, like when he was like. And then we brought another one that has like a hood. So like if it was raining, I'd wear him in that and then cover his head so he didn't get wet. Or also like so I could nurse him in it, so like I could feed him while we were walking around, so we didn't have to have everybody just like sit and wait for me to feed him. He loved it. He napped, he fed, he like lived in there. He was happy as can be the whole trip, and people kept like especially like grandparents kept stopping us and being like, I wish I had that when I was a kid. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
When I was having kids.
When I was having kids. So, I mean, I think he was happier than that than he would have been in a stroller.
Oh, for sure.
And it was easy. Like,
he was
you just
tall,
wore
and he
him.
could look out.
Especially in crowds, you didn't have to worry about, like, is my baby okay? I didn't have to worry about germs because it's flu season, because, like, he wasn't touching anything. He was only touching me or John, whoever's wearing him. So, bring a baby carrier. It's just so nice to be hands-free. And, like, I didn't always want, like, a high chair or anything.
A what?
Like a high chair for him. Like, sometimes he didn't want to be in there. But if he was, like, forward-facing on my lap, it was like he was sitting on my lap, but I didn't have to hold him. I could eat and do whatever.
Yeah.
So we talked in our dining plan video about going to be our guest. We were there 3 times. It was, like, 1, 2, 3, almost $600. Spent at be our
$500
at be our guest. Be careful with that thing. And so that is, you have to get a reservation for quick service,
and it's very limited.
Yeah, it's really hard to get. John got really lucky, like, and got like a night before one. He just checked and it was there.
I happened to be on the toilet pooping,
and he looked,
and I checked for a reservation, and it was there.
And he got.
And I was like, I'll just book it because it's like the most bang for your buck.
Yeah.
For the dining plan.
And but if you're not a lucky toilet phone pooper like John, the way that I got the 2 that we have is I signed up on a wedding. I'm tired.
Registry.
A website called mousedining.com, and you just click like what day you want your reservation and if you want it for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and they'll text you whenever there's one available. The only issue with that is once you get the text, you've got to click on it and book it immediately or it's gone. Like, I got 2 texts because I was trying to get that second day that John ended up getting. I got 2 texts when we were in like the Lion King show at Animal Kingdom, and I within like 2 minutes the reservation was gone.
Like, she literally was going to grab her phone and she went and clicked on the link and it said it already
somebody already took it.
Dope.
But that way you don't have to just like keep checking back at random times hoping it will happen. Like they check it for you, and I've gotten lots of reservations in the past when we've had regular dining plans and you need reservations at
I think that's how you got the second. Isn't that how you got the second dining plan for lunch the day that we had 2?
Yeah, I got the breakfast that way too.
Oh.
I got both that way at that time. But like in times past, we went at like
Lucky Toilet Pooper.
Like Mama Melrose. Like I've gotten a lot of reservations using that in the past. There's other websites that do it. I have no affiliation with them. That's just who I've used because it's free and it's easy. So just a tip if you want to eat at Be Our Guest or any other hard to get reservation.
You could also just stand in line for 3 hours.
Did they turn people?
It's not that bad.
No, but they said that you couldn't wait in line.
Huh?
Somebody asked when we were there the other day, and they said, "Can I just wait?" And they said no.
Yeah, because there was probably just a capacity. You know, people going multiple times during their trip.
Taking all the reservations.
Jerks.
Man, it got bumpy where we are in this. What? Okay. Let's see. What else do I have here? Oh, okay. Oh, there's just me. For rides. Okay, fast passes and rides and everything.
There we go. Should be better now.
There we go. There's state control up. So at Disney, no. To go by yourself, no. On a ride, you've got to be over 7, supervised by someone over 14.
14 or over.
So like, Willa's 6.5. So, like on Barnstormer, since there's only 2 per car. John had. Okay.
Did it?
Fast passes and rides. So Disney lets you get 3 fast passes a day. You can book them 60 days in advance at 7 a.m. of the first day of your reservation if you're staying on property, or 30 days before if you're not staying on property. So we set our alarm, we wake up, we got fast passes. You want to make your fast passes for as early as you can. So like, I normally get one from like, say the park opens at 9. I get my first fast pass from like 9 to 10. My second one is close to 10 to 11, and my third one is close to 11 to 12. Sometimes they're at off times, like it's 9:25 to 10:25 because you have a 1 hour window for your fast pass. And then the next one you can't get till like 10:30. But I always try to get 3 in a row, as close together as I can, at the beginning of the day. Now, different parks have different ways you can get fast passes. So like Magic Kingdom, it's just a free for all. They're all the same tier, but all the other parks have different tiers. So you can only get one tier 1 fast pass and then the rest. So normally, like when I book at 7 a.m., like I'll book like the tier 1s at each park first, and all my Magic Kingdom ones, and then I'll go back and book like the other tiers because they're not like super competitive fast passes. Just to make sure I get the rides that I want.
Kind of going off that tier 1, 2, 3 thing. That's where rope drop really comes into play. Like at Epcot, there's 3 tier 1 rides, and you can only book 1. So like if you could rope drop 1 or 2 of them and get a fast pass for the other one, it like really helps in
Right. And
getting
rope
all
drop
the good rides.
means like you're in the park through security,
Right.
through the gate before the park opens. So they let everyone in to a point and they block it off, and then they do a little thing like Magic Kingdom has like little like brief little show and fireworks, and other ones they just have like a drum line or a song, and then they like say like have a great day, and then they'll drop like a rope, and then they let you go. If you're in there at rope drop, you can get normally like 2 to 3 attractions done, like walk on.
within an hour. Like,
So we walked on, like at Magic Kingdom, we did Buzz Lightyear twice and Winnie the Pooh, all 3 walk on.
which later that day, Buzz Lightyear was at like
70
70
minute
minutes.
wait.
And even the Fast Pass took us a half an hour later that day.
And the other Magic Kingdom day, we did Haunted Mansion, Pirates, Jungle Cruise, and Magic Carpets.
All within the hour.
All walk on. Before our Fast Passes even started. So, like, Magic Kingdom, by the time we finished our first 3 Fast Passes, we had already been on 7 rides. And most of them, the rest of the day, had over an hour wait. So, rope drop and Fast Passes are the best way to do anything. The reason we do Fast Passes, all 3, first day of the day, do not ever, ever, ever use your Fast Pass for a fireworks show at the end of the day. Ever.
Don't book the end of the day.
Don't book anything at the end of the day. Because once you use your first 3 Fast Passes, you can go in the app and book Fast Passes, as many as you want, unlimited, but you have one at a time. So, say I had a 9 o'clock Fast Pass, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I used all 3 of my Fast Passes. I stopped for lunch. As soon as you scan your Magic Band in at your last Fast Pass, you stand in line while you're walking through the Fast Pass queue, and you book your next Fast Pass. Now, for right then, like, it's 12, I'm booking a Fast Pass at 12:05. I just look through the thing and I go, okay, if nothing's showing up, I just refresh, until I get one. And then we go to wherever that ride is, we scan in. As soon as we scan in, we get the next one. I'd say, like, there's been times where we get, like, 12 plus Fast Passes in a day.
I mean, we did it yesterday.
And yesterday, like, we had ridden so much stuff that, like, we had multiple experience Fast Passes because we had rides that went down. That means you could ride essentially anything with it, and we just, like, left them. Cause
we had 2 multiple, like, we could ride anything except for, like, Mine Train and Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Which we had Fast Passes for already because we booked so early.
Yeah.
But we had those and we just left because the park was only open for another hour. The kids were already asleep. It's like we had more Fast Passes than we knew what to do with.
Yeah.
Just
and
because.
It's not because we're special or we bought anything different, just because, like, we planned ahead and used this system. So, like, the kids went on, I got, like, I got a Fast Pass for, like, 4:30 for Splash Mountain. So the kids and John went on Splash Mountain, got a rider swap, but then it, like, while they were on Splash Mountain, it got darker out. And everyone was getting really wet. So I was like, I don't really want to go and get the kids wet and me wet when it's dark out because it was starting to get cold. And I had been refreshing, and I got there was only, like, 2 rides. It was saying, like, I could get a Fast Pass for, like, Small World and Dumbo. Small, you know, like, ones that are pretty easy to get Fast Passes for, and I kept refreshing because I had nothing else to do while I was waiting for them on Splash Mountain. And Will had said she wanted to go on Big Thunder. Sure enough, Big Thunder popped up. By the time they got out of the ride, the Fast Pass windows open. They just hopped over to Big Thunder Mountain and rode that. And then I did it again, got Pirates, over and over. So, like, with like the exception of Peter Pan, Mine Train.
People talk about, like, riding the mountains. I rode all the mountains on Fast Passes just by using, like, that method. Like, we booked Mine Train because you can't really get another Fast Pass for that during the day, so we booked that one ahead of time. But we got Splash Mountain, we got Space Mountain, and Big Thunder all
day
of. All day of.
Yeah, day of Fast Passes. So.
And, like, yeah, that might be a little bit of luck, but really it's just a matter of, like, refreshing and checking
And then once I get one, like, I'm like, okay, it's 2 o'clock and I got a 4 o'clock Fast Pass or something I really want. So I'll book it, and then I go in, once it's booked, and I have it, so I know I get to ride that ride I want to go on. I click on the time, and I click change, and I just keep refreshing and try to move it earlier. Normally you can move it earlier in, like, 15-20 minute increments until you get it till it's open and you can just go on it. And Fast Passes open 5 minutes before your hour window and stay open 15 minutes after for a grace period.